Cruise Clues aficionados. I hope that you all are doing well out there right now, taking care of yourself, watching out for others. If you're seeing something, saying something, so we all know what's going on, and keeping each other safe. I hope your 2024 ended well and ended with a bang, and that you're just coasting right into 2025. I have big plans for growing my channel this year. I want to put out more continuous content. Sometimes it's a little hard. I never realized how hard it was with real life entering into the situation. I did want to finish this year off doing a Crime Cutlets video for you. And the first one I want to talk about is an Australian couple, both Olympic athletes. And one had just retired, had like hit 3 triathlons and placed in all of them. He was seemed like a fairly nice gentleman, a Dennis Rohan or Rohan Dennis. Let me get that for you here. And so there, when I first saw the first article, which was a couple weeks after this had happened, Rohan Dennis was driving his little SUV type vehicle, and supposedly she had jumped onto the hood or the bonnet of the car and hung on for whatever reason and ended up falling off and getting drugged. He got hit with a very serious charge of, taking a human life, and then he got acting, with or no malice or whatever, without care, they said, and injuring the person. But then it came out that he was initially charged, that he pled guilty to the lesser of the charges. They had been married for about 6 years. They had 2 children together. It sounds like things were definitely out of control with whatever happened. Maybe the clarifying incidents during the court trial is what clarified it and brought the charges down from a very aggravated thing to a lesser aggravated type of thing. But yeah, that turned out to be a bad deal there. And then there was a hospital there that had to quit taking babies into the NICU there because babies were somehow turning up fractured and they couldn't figure out what happened. So they were like, let's look into this. So they announced that they're going to shut down the NICU. They're not going to take any more babies in because the 3 babies were found with fractures in late November, December, as well as a previous incident. The injuries were similar to an incident involving 4 babies in the summer of 2023 per the release. Enrico's doctor's office made that announcement on December 20th, 24. On January 3rd, Henrico County Police confirmed in a news release that Erin Elizabeth Ann Strotman, 26, of Chesterfield County, had been named as a suspect in the case. She faces charges of malicious wounding and felony child assault in connection to an incident that occurred in November 2024, police said for the release. The investigation continued to note that police are reviewing dozens of videos from inside NICU. As previously mentioned, detectives are re-examining the 23-24 year cases as part of the broader investigation. They do appreciate the public's patience in investigating that information. This one, I don't know about the depths of it being, wrong or criminally negligent or whatever's going on there, but um, 2 St. Louis police officers had gotten a call from a gentleman saying, that he was in a bad way, felt like just discontinuing his business, didn't want to be here on Earth anymore. So they were like, oh, hell, damn shit, piss. We got to go out there and check it out. We've got 30 minutes left on duty. That's going to push us over. And you got the kind of job where you kind of have to go with, what happens with the flow there. So they get there, and the policeman, Fraser, he's like, there's no fucking Shiat way that I want to go through this shit right now. Let's just cruise around because the gentleman who called had already inflicted damage on him, was clinging on to life. They decided they were going to cruise and let another patrolman come in and take care of the situation. They do that exact thing. They cruise around, they come back, there's another patrol car there. The gentleman, Uriel Rodriguez Rivera, was no longer in the world of the living. Fraser and Warren did not inform the third officer that they had already found the body. The third officer called in Rodriguez Rivera's condition immediately upon finding him in the park. First Alert 4 also obtained another officer's body cam footage in which the officer notes that Fraser and Warren left the scene once other officers arrived. I guess Fraser must have had something to do, I guess. I don't know. But the truth then came out. Like I said, I don't know what kind of scale you want to rate that on of being bad. And then, of course, the last one I want to touch base on, there was a documentary that with everything going on with the family and everything, haven't had a chance to watch yet. But they did have an interview that I did see with John Ramsey. Patsy has since, passed on. She had cancer. So basically, all that was left for the son and the father. The son managed to move on, live a life, I guess. And the dad managed to go out and, start his life over again. He's remarried. He still talks about the pain and the anguish, the ransom note. Why was it in the amount of $1,118, the amount of his bonus to be received that year? The whole thing was just a farce. The way they treated the family. I even had questions about, their actual involvement. There was that suitcase there with the footprint on it, and somebody climbing in and out, and then there was unknown DNA on the body. I really don't get it. So I'm glad the man has managed to find some kind of semblance in life and able to move on a little bit. So as I said, if you're new here, made it to here, please like and subscribe. If you send me your email, you have a chance of getting a really cool cut, by the way. I'm going to work really hard this year on getting my improvement done on my channel, making more content for you, turning it out, so you're just looking forward to seeing that newscast every day. All right, love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.